Anyways, let's try this again. Hi. So, time for a new Let's Play. Except it's a Let's Play I just did like 2 weeks ago because, well, stuff. But I had a bunch of technical issues. And I got really angry, and it was a really, really bad time for everyone involved, and it was not worth watching. So, we're going to do this again. It is a Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. Of course, before the hit game Gran Turismo 4 came out in 2005, we had... Well, the game was originally supposed to come out in like the end of 2003, beginning of 2004. But it got delayed, and as an apology, I guess, for the delay to anticipate the game, Polyphony released this, a prologue to Gran Turismo 4. But only in Japan and PAL regions. We didn't get this in North America, so here I have a PAL copy. See, it has the PEGI rating. See, PEGI 3. But yeah, so we're gonna go with this, continuing our little rerun through the Gran Turismo series, also checking out the stuff that I haven't LP'd yet. And let's get going again with Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. So let me just change scenes here. Boom. And here we are. So, first thing I need to do is change the options, because I completely removed all of my save data from the last time I played this. So I need to finish this. So, let's see, widescreen aspect ratio, correct. Aspect ratio on screen, on what you're seeing is a little bit awkward. That's because my, video upscaler / adapter is weird and doesn't like PAL signals, so it crops the top and bottom a little bit. PAL PS2 holders are also blue instead of black. Yes, they are. Yep, the PAL gets cool blue cases, we get shitty black cases. Anyways, this is more stuff for arcade mode, but I'm gonna go ahead and set that. Autosave I'm gonna turn off, just in case something goes wrong, I can reset. Vibration, sure, I'll turn it on. Transmission settings for lessons, I almost read that as losers. Manual, of course. And I'm going to be using my wheel again, my Logitech G27, which is natively compatible with the PS2, which is awesome. So I'm going to turn the force feedback down to mild. And yeah, sure, those are controls that I'm fine with. So let's get started. So there's not a whole lot to this game, just like GT3 Concept, except that was an epilogue of GT3. This is more of a prologue, although it uses a lot of GT3 assets. Audio-wise. But, let's just get in it. We have two main modes. We have the arcade mode, and then we have the school mode, which is what we're going to be spending most of our time with. So, let's begin the school mode. And, here it is. So we have this big old fucking rectangle around the screen of a bunch of lessons, and, our goal is to complete all those. This is basically, license test the game. That's basically what it is. So these are all akin to license tests, and yeah, what text-to-speech said. So let's go to our first lesson. Also, and I'll get into it. So our first lesson here is learning the basics of Steering 1. Your first experience of circuit racing on a beginner's course. We have a nice little image of the car we're actually going to be driving in the background. The circle with the 2 actually means something. It means the circle means we're going to be doing multiple laps, and the 2 means we're doing 2 laps. And of course we have gold, silver, and eventually bronze times, and we also have this cool little demonstration video that is narrated.
Welcome to the first lesson of Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. This lesson takes place on the beginner's course in the driving park, a short circuit designed for racing practice. For this lesson, take 2 relaxed laps around the course. The engine of the car has been limited to enable a maximum speed of just 50 kilometers per hour. The time limit is very generous, so this is your chance to take a nice slow drive without concern for the remaining time or your driving speed. What you must concentrate on, however, is staying on the track, so make sure you do, no matter how slowly you need to drive to do it. If you go off the track, you'll be disqualified. Just think of it as a Sunday drive. You'll see a line indicating the smoothest route displayed on the road surface. If you follow this line, you can get a feel for the correct racing line, a vital technique in circuit racing. While driving, take time to consider what makes that particular line the ideal one. Take careful note of the timing and severity of the corners, and learn how to take corners correctly without spinning. As a general rule, your steering should be gradual and minimal. Good luck with the lesson.
Thank you, Miss Vicky Butler Henderson, for the tutorial. I really like the narrated tutorials. It's really cool. It basically gives you it kind of treats the player as if they're like, you know, they're brand new to racing games, so they teach them the very basics, which is honestly really nice because, you know, you want to reach a wider audience and sell more stuff. So yeah, here we go. So our goal time, I forgot to actually calibrate my pedals. Okay, they're calibrated. So our goal time is a 1 minute 47.6 across the 2 laps. Our speed is capped at 50 kilometers an hour for this lesson in our Mazda 2. This is as fast as I'm allowed to go in the video game. There is no actual failure time, so there is no time limit for bronze, because this is like a learn how to drive thing. We have 3 different camera options here. We have the bumper cam with its superior gauge cluster, featuring an analog tach and speedometer. Also in the center of the screen. I like that. Plus the rear view mirror. We have this chase cam, which I'm going to be using for the majority of this, except for certain lessons where I will need to use this chase cam to actually see where I'm going and what I'm doing. So, yeah. We have lines dotted. You see the blue lines dotted on the track that suggests where we should go. The blue means to accelerate. I believe I can turn that off. I cannot turn that off yet, or I'm pressing the wrong button. I don't remember. We'll get to that eventually. And yeah, nice smooth start. Smooth and steady. Since our speed is locked at 50 kilometers an hour, which is not fast at all. It's like 35 miles per hour-ish. I don't know. I don't really know, well, the conversion. And I can't change the measurements because this is a PAL game, and for the PAL regions, Polyphony is just like, yeah, you get kilometers an hour. No choice for the shitty American measurements. Fuck you. Anyways, we got gold. First try. Easy peasy. I'm gonna enter my initials as my the initials of my second channel, because I'm cool like that. And then afterwards, we can check a replay of what we did. We can look at the lesson guide again. We can check our rankings amongst myself. High score. Oh, 31 miles per hour. We can also load an old replay as a ghost, and we can save our replay, which thankfully I have a 128 megabyte memory card, so I won't have to worry about running out of space for saving replays. Thank fuck. I'll need those for the thumbnails. So, with that, our first lesson is complete with a gold, and upon completing each lesson with just a bronze, we unlock the car that we use in the lesson. So we pass lesson 1, we get the Mazda 2 to use in arcade mode. Ta-da! Dizzying heights of 128 megabytes, yes. Alright, so lesson 1 complete, on to lesson 2. This one has a triangular shape, which means it is either a straight line or has a single corner in it. Let's learn the basics of steering. 2. Cone slalom practice on the Fuji International Speedway. Oh god, alright. Forgot this was lesson 2, so here we go. Let's let Vicky tell me what I'm doing here before I say anything myself. What's up, Junior?
Welcome to lesson 2. In this lesson, you'll learn about the most important aspect of driving skill, steering. This lesson takes place on the Fuji International Speedway. Traffic cones are positioned on the final straight. Change from lane to lane without hitting the cones. Also, be careful of how much you turn the car. Try to get a feel for how the car moves with just a slight turn. Mastering the sensitivity of steering will become a crucial foundation for your more advanced racing skills. The car you will be using for this lesson is not high-powered, but the same basic techniques apply to all cars. Remember, make sure you steer the car slowly and gradually. Good luck in your lesson.
Thank you, Vicky. Alright, so a quick little right-left flick. Not too bad. Gotta get a 12.18 for gold, and this is one of the tests where I'm going to be using the taller chase cam, so I can actually see where I'm going. And here we go. Don't have to worry about shifting gears, because this is an electric vehicle, or a hybrid. It has 1 speed. And that's a Gran stand. This one is tricky because the trick to getting gold is all in your launch. It's all in the launch. Yeah, I managed to get a better launch than last time, thanks to, thank you, Ghost, being on screen. And with that, we get the gold. 2 tries. Yeah. What was the size of GT4? I think GT4 was like 4 gigabytes, which is absolutely massive for a PS2. Very massive. After completing our quick slalom, we've unlocked the Honda Jazz. Also like to point out, 2 lessons, we've gone to 2 tracks that have never been featured in Gran Turismo before. The beginner course, which is an original track, and Fuji Speedway. This game, this prologue features all original track, well, not all original tracks, but all new tracks, which is cool. So, next up, lesson 3, braking for beginners. Bring your car to a halt in the stopping zone. I will attempt. Yeah. Actually, uncompressed, it was a 4.7, I'm pretty sure.
Lesson 3. In this lesson, you'll learn about effective braking. This is just as important a racing technique as gradual steering.
I could be wrong.
With racing games, many players simply try to go as fast as possible, neglecting brake application altogether. This lesson is your chance to learn to use that often forgotten brake. So, when you start, accelerate quickly and head straight for the goal area. In the goal area, you'll see a zone indicating your stop position. Keep your eyes on this zone and brake hard and fast to bring the car to a sudden halt. On your first try, you'll probably go past the stopping area, but don't worry. On your next try, just apply the brake a bit earlier. Be careful not to brake too early or you'll stop before reaching the stopping zone. Full acceleration, followed by sudden braking, achieving the proper timing for this sequence is no easy task. To pass this lesson with flying colours, try to remember the physical surroundings when you apply the brakes. With each try, you'll gain more understanding of the point at which to brake in order to be accurate. Good luck in your lesson.
Odd stutter. I might be a you thing, because everything's peachy on my end. So, here we go. Time for a start-stop test, which is usually the first lesson in Gran Turismo. This time it's the 3rd. So, yeah, it's interesting, but let's go. So here we go. In our Nissan Micra. And let's learn how to stop. So, I was going to mention something. Oh, Kohai. So, I don't know about the whole hard disk drive thing, because I just don't know, but I know this game only allows you to, like, will only save to the first memory card slot. That's the only option you get. The game even says, like, this game will only save to the first memory card slot. Brake! Go down the gears, use a little engine braking, and get the gold first try. Yeah. Which Fuji would I prefer, modern or 90s? Honestly, I've grown to like modern Fuji. I used to not really be a fan of the final sector, but I've come to like it. I would take any of them, honestly. Fuji's a cool track. I just don't want 60s Fuji with the fucking death drop turn 1. That was a, spooky. Very spooky. 3 lessons down. Let's keep going. Knowing cornering speed limits. How to balance car speed and steering techniques. Lesson 4. Let's go. Another single turn lesson. So what you got for me this time, Vicky?
Welcome to Lesson 4. This lesson takes place on the second corner of the beginner's course in the driving park. In this lesson, you'll learn that once a car is travelling at a certain speed, no amount of steering will enable you to turn a corner correctly. This is a basic aspect of car physics. When a car doesn't respond to steering on a corner, drivers often try to steer into the corner even harder. The car still fails to turn and they end up ploughing off the track, a common sight in racing games. In this lesson, you'll learn a fundamental driving concept. In order to negotiate a turn correctly, you must slow down. When you first set off and you're accelerating, the car responds well and turns as you enter the first corner. Some way through the turn, you find the car edging towards the outside, heading for trouble. No matter how much you steer, the car will simply not respond. This means your cornering speed is too high. The next time this happens and you find yourself drifting off the line, decelerate. By decelerating and lowering your speed, the car will stop its drift towards the outside of the corner and begin to regain its position on the line, and thus regaining its ability to turn. This rule applies to all of the upcoming lessons, so bear it in mind. Okay, good luck with your lesson.
Alright. Yes, this is Vicky from 5th Gear. I really like how in that when she's explained the lesson, she also mentions stuff like common errors that new drivers can make and stuff. I was going to mention it in the braking test, but I forgot about it immediately, where she says, like, she even, like, kind of pets you up, like, listen, on your first try, you might overshoot, but it's fine. It's part of learning. Just take what you learned from that and apply it on your next attempt. It's really cool. I really appreciate that, and I got that gold very easily. Well, I say very easily. By 0.01. 1/100th of a second. Let's go. Unfortunately, I am not a beginner to this, so I know what the fuck I'm doing. Woohoo. With that, we've unlocked this thing. East. Yeah, it sure is a vehicle that exists. Not over here, though. Alright, next up is a 2-lap lesson. Learn the basics of steering 3, learn the out-in-out cornering technique. It looks like we're going to be driving an MX-5 for this, so ooh. I like small fast car.
Welcome to Lesson 5. In this lesson, you'll be driving on the beginner's course in the driving park from Lesson 1. You must negotiate 2 bends, one large and one small. The larger corner has a 60-metre radius, the small a 30-metre radius.
Small.
This lesson differs from previous tests in that there is no speed limiter on the engine of the car you'll be using. You'll need to apply the brakes before entering corners and control your speed during cornering. Try to follow the ideal line as displayed on the track. You'll notice that at the entrance to a corner, the line follows the outside. In the middle of the corner, or apex, it moves to the inside, and at the exit of the corner once again, follows the outside. This indicates the fundamental racing concept of taking a corner out, in, out. By taking this line, you can freely accelerate through the exit of the corner. As a result, you can increase speed for the next straight and improve your overall time. Practice this and bear in mind the other skills you've accumulated so far. Remember to brake properly, don't steer too hard, and watch the racing line. Best of luck with your lesson.
I really love these tutorials. Like, just to listen to them, to like, listen to how they teach like new players and coach them. Because like, this teaches people what an apex is. I mean, we all know that, but you know, it's cool. Anyways, we just gotta do 2 quick laps around here in the MX-5. preferably in less than 1 minute 3.3 seconds. I'm absolutely not going to be following the guideline. So I'm an idiot. It's fine though. What I'm going to do is overshoot the tight turn both times, like an idiot. Not even an ideal racing line. That's I'm a dumbass. Oh, that was terrible. That was awful. Still got the gold. Still got the gold by 3/10. Very cool. Very cool, very good. Alright. That was a terrible second lap, but it was good enough. And with that, we've unlocked the 89 MX-5. This is the NA, isn't it? It's that old. Of course. I don't know. Anyways, next lesson is a, so that little sawtooth thing underneath, that indicates the surface we're driving on, because we're going to be driving on a dirt surface. The basics of driving on a dirt surface. Experience the dynamics of driving on a dirt surface. Dirt surface. Dirt surface. Dirt surface. It is a 5-lap lesson, and this is actually really... This is going to... This is where the easy golds stop. At least temporarily.
Welcome to Lesson 6. In this lesson, you'll experience driving on a dirt course. This lesson takes place on the Grand Canyon mini track, a specially created course just off the Grand Canyon rally course. There's plenty of time to finish, so don't rush it. Just take a nice slow run around the course. This lesson's designed not to get the best time, but to help you familiarise yourself with the physical properties of this rally car designed for a dirt-based course. The main difference between a dirt course and tarmac is just that the surface is more slippery. As a result, the car reacts to your controls a fraction later than normal. Also, notice that the rear tyres lose their grip when cornering. You'll also need to steer much more to get a suitable response from the car. While on a tarmac or paved road, you control the car slowly and gradually, on a dirt road, control is quick and sudden, not refined. Since this is your introductory run on a dirt road, take it slowly and cautiously. Be careful not to go off the track or run into barriers. Well then, good luck with your lesson.
Alright, I will try my best. This is going to take several attempts, I'm sure. Hopefully I can remember what I did how I drove this last time. Only one way to find out. Here we go. The Suzuki Alto works. 5 laps of this mini Grand Canyon course, which I believe this is the only time this ever appears in the entire franchise. Like, not just... Like, and I don't mean, like, it's only in this game. I mean, it's only... This lesson is the only appearance of this mini Grand Canyon course. Alright, well, we're not off to a good start on our first lap. Oh, I turned in too soon, took too tight of a line, slammed the wall. At least it didn't give me a fail. Oh, I turned in too late. Fuck. I know I can full throttle that for turn 1 flick. And then for these sweepers, all I have to do is just a bit of a lift. Not much of a lift, just a little bit of a lift. To kind of get the car positioned. And that's how we do it. Here is just full throttle send and maybe don't hit the wall like a moron. Turning, turning, turning. My wheels popcorning like a motherfucker because dirt. Force feedback. Again, I probably don't even need to upshift. But I'm doing it anyways, I guess. Honestly, I'll be surprised if this first run is even, like, good enough for silver. Because I am all over the place. Or the goal of this, at least as far as, like, your first attempt, is to just kind of have your cat scream into the void. No, it's like Vicky said, there's no time limit, so just kind of drive around, learn how to do things, and then gradually, if you want to go for a better result, you can gradually increase your pace. Yeah, no, not even silver for the first try. 230.3. So, it's time to find 2.4 seconds in this. Here we go. Here, the grind begins. Okay. 9/10 to go. Here we go. Made a lot of mistakes around pretty much all 5 laps, especially at this corner. This corner I'm having a big struggle with hitting the line and not hitting the wall. And setting up this corner properly. Like, that's definitely where I think I have the most improvement potential across all 5 laps, really. Just gonna keep it in second gear. Double lift, turn hard right. Cut the kink as much as possible. Low lift, turn hard left. And 3 laps to go. Up 6/10. I need another 3. Yeah, there we go. I'm making the same. I'm back to making the same mistakes on turn 2. Although I got a really good run through turn 3. That was a really good exit. Alright, 2 to go. I'm in gold range. Ooh, that was a close cut. That was a tight cut. Alright, a little bit of a lift. A little bit of a... Car kind of straightens out and understeers towards the exit. Just gotta steer harder to prevent things from going wrong there. Ooh, this is a good run. Oh, we are in good shape here. This last lap, though, was pretty good on my last run, so... But I do have about a 6/10 bump cushion. So, as long as I don't make any mistakes on this final turn. Took it a little bit wide, but we're good. Got a good exit. There we go. Retries, alright. Helps when I already knew what I was doing from previous... Jesus, I almost beat it by a second. Holy crap. That big. Alright. Let's go. Very good. And with that, we've unlocked the Auto Works for arcade mode. I really love how these car unlock backdrops are at the tracks we actually go to. Except for the beginner course. For some reason, beginner course gets the a different track. Also, we finished the green section with all gold trophies, which means we've unlocked this. The Motor Triathlon car. This is a very interesting vehicle.
Nice work. You finished the green section. Now try the orange section.
Thanks, Vicky. And yeah, we finished the green section of the driving school. Let's go. With that, unlock the orange section. So here's our status so far. 6 gold trophies out of 6 tests. Finished the green section. Got our badge, and we have a driving score of 922. I'm going to assume that's good. So, with that, on to the orange section.